In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Tuesday, January 28th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our January 28th NBA bet slate we got going on. But before we deep-dive to that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsInTheChatD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel. And currently we're at 9.05 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for the Patreon already, one of our main plays here that I gave out was the Charlotte Hornets plus 5.5 in that cash. We're also waiting on these two parlays here, community parlays that I gave out, plus 100 and a plus 473. We'll see how that turns out. But if you want to sign up for more winning plays, go to that description down below, click on the link, get connected here in this community. You're getting access to future bets, daily bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Wells Fargo Center here, we have the Philadelphia 76ers 17-27 going up against the LA Lakers 26-18. Looking at the current odds for this one here, Lakers road favorites minus 175 here with the comeback of the 76ers at a plus 145. Point spread at a 3.5. Total points at 219.5. All right. For the injury report between these two teams, a lot of injuries on both sides of the basketball here. LA Lakers, we have no Bronny James, no Rui Hachimura, no Gabe Vincent, no Christian Wood, no Jalen Hood-Schifino. All right. That's for the Lakers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, no KJ Martin. Garishon Yabusele is a game-time decision. Caleb Martin is out. Andre Drummond is out. And Paul George is out as well. For the Lakers, in the last 5 games, they have won 4 out of their last 5 games. This is the second game of a back-to-back. They just beat the Charlotte Hornets 112-107. Shockingly, they even let the Charlotte Hornets come back. This is a very, very shaky thing about this Lakers team. They are very hard to trust. This team was up by almost 30 points here in that game against Charlotte. Let them come all the way back and make this a very competitive game all the way down to the wire here in the fourth quarter. And the Philadelphia 76ers, looking at their injury report, Paul George is out. So he left this game here against the Chicago Bulls. He only played about 13 minutes, left that game. They still won by 12 points. And then they had a very good win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they're trying to turn things around here despite the fact of all the injuries. So right now it's Tyrese Maxey by himself. But this Lakers team here is very, very untrustworthy. We saw what happened in that Charlotte Hornets game. That was very questionable in this one. Previous matchup, the Lakers did beat the Philadelphia 76ers in LA. That line was at a minus 7.5, and Lakers on the money line. They covered both, and the total went under. All right. So for this particular game, this one here with the Lakers on the road, adjusted by 4 points. Lakers only 3.5 point favorites here. But I'm going to be leaning towards the 76ers with the point spread here with the Lakers on the second game of a back-to-back. A lot of question marks here. We'll see if they're going to be able to give it a go with LeBron and AD here. AD just had a phenomenal game, 42 and over 20 rebounds as well. So definitely he had a great game. We'll see if they give any one of the two lead guys rest in this game, all right? And then you'll see the line probably adjust very slightly in that type of environment. But I'm going to be going towards the 76ers plus 3.5. For the over-under, I think is going to be a little bit less scoring here. Obviously, 76ers are going to have to adjust towards the Lakers defensively because they're missing Paul George, and obviously Joel Embiid is still out. All right, if we're looking at the last couple games here, it's been a struggle for the 76ers to score over 100 points. All right, so, well, not over. They scored over 100 points, but get anywhere in the high 20s, 120s, 130. They did it against Cleveland. They had to when they needed. Chicago 109, Denver 109, Milwaukee 109, Indiana 102. So they've been around that mark there. Lakers been in the teens, 110, 112, 118, 117, 116. So defensively, I believe that this is going to be a little bit lesser of a scoring game here. I like the under 219 and give me the 76ers to keep this game close. In Moda Center here, we have the Portland Trailblazers 17-29 going against the Milwaukee Bucks 25-18. Looking at the current odds for this game here, we got the Bucks road favorites minus 250 on the money line with the comeback of the Portland Trailblazers at a plus 200. Point spread at a 6.5. Total points at 231.5. Public bet percentage here, no information as of right now on the money line, but for the point spread, 65% of the bet, 78% of the money for Milwaukee to cover the 6.5. For the total points, 66% of the bet, 71% of the money for the over 231.5. Looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, Milwaukee Bucks, it's the second game of a back-to-back right now. They are playing the Utah Jazz currently as we speak. For the Bucks, Tyler Smith is out, AJ Green is out, Liam Robbins is out, Bobby Portis is out. The only really person of significance is Bobby Portis. He's going to be out for the Tuesday game here. Portland Trailblazers dealing with one out here. DeAndre Ayton, game time decision, and Matisse Thybulle is going to be out in this one. All right. So these Portland Trailblazers, the last 5 games, have been playing a little bit better basketball here. Beat Chicago, beat Miami, beat Orlando, beat Charlotte. A very strong 3-game road trip that they handled and got on a winning streak there. Came back home against the OKC Thunder. Obviously, a big step up in competition, and they lost by double digits by 10 points at home. All right. Bucks are playing a little bit better basketball here. Win over Toronto, win over Philly, blowout win over Miami, and then a loss against the LA Clippers in that one. Right now they are bouncing back against the Utah Jazz, and like I said, second game of a back-to-back. And then you have a spot where this is a little bit of revenge. The Portland Trailblazers beat Milwaukee 23 days ago, and that was Bucks at home. Portland surprised them in that particular spot. That was a big upset there. Trailblazers were plus 11.5 underdogs, and they cashed a plus 500 ticket. I think they bounced back in this spot here. We have the 228, and it went under that total, all right? I think that the Portland Trailblazers defensive woes will rear its ugly head here in this particular spot. When we got Dame Lillard coming back to Portland, I think things can get cooking here for him and the Milwaukee Bucks. Give me the Bucks on the money line. Give me the Bucks to cover, and give me the over on the 231.5. I see the Bucks put up a real big number in this one. In State Farm Arena here, we have the Atlanta Hawks 22-24. Houston Rockets with the comeback here, 31-14. Looking at the current odds for this game, Rockets minus 220 on the money line with the comeback of the Hawks at a plus 180. Point spread at a 5.5. Total points at 228.5. All right. Looking at the injury report for these two teams, Houston Rockets, Cam Whitmore out and Jabari Smith out. For the Atlanta Hawks, they're missing the majority of their team here. The majority of their main starters, really. Trae Young out. Dyson Daniels out, one of their better defenders. Larry Nance out. Cody Zeller out. And Jalen Johnson out. So already off the rip, you're missing your 3 key starters here, and especially your 2 best ones, Trae Young and Jalen Johnson. And the line is only 5.5. That's a little bit sketchy there. That's very, very sketchy there, if I might say so myself. This number should be around 9 to 10. 10 probably, with the Rockets, how they're playing. They just came off of a big win here. This is the second game of back-to-back. They just beat Boston. Now they got to go over to Atlanta here. But this is mainly a healthy team in the Rockets, and they're going up against a bunch of backups here for Atlanta Hawks, and they're giving me 5.5 when the line should be higher than this. This is very, very sketchy. I get it. No, I don't get it. Atlanta Hawks have been struggling as of right now with a 5-game losing streak. And we got a team red hot, just beat Cleveland back-to-back, just beat Boston. And now we're going here and only giving them 5.5 against a Hawks team with no Jalen Johnson, no Trae Young, and no Dyson Daniels. I'm not falling for this bait. I would avoid this game, but I think the value is on the Atlanta Hawks here. Give me the plus 5.5. All right, give me the plus 5.5. This is not easy money. I think everyone, when the public bet percentage comes out, is going to have majority of everyone on the Rockets. I'll guarantee you that. But I'm going to be on the side of Atlanta Hawks. Give me the Hawks plus 5.5. And for the total, the only way they're winning this game, I don't think it's going to be outscoring. Rockets are a very good defensive team. The Hawks are going to have to play good defensively as well. I'm going to lean towards the under 228.5 with the guys that are missing out on this court. Ugly type of basketball environment, and I think that the Hawks can keep this close, all right? Like I'm telling you right now, this is a very fishy line, and everyone, public, is going to be all over that 5.5 for the Rockets. I'm going to be on the opposite side for this one. Last but not least, here in Chase Center, we have the Golden State Warriors 22-23 going up against the Utah Jazz 10-33. Looking at the current odds for this one, we have the Warriors home favorites minus 550 on the money line, with the comeback of the Utah Jazz at a plus 400. Point spread at a 10.5. Total points at 228.5. Looking at the injury report here for these two teams, Utah Jazz missing a ton of front court players here. John Collins out, Walker Kessler out, Johnny Juzang out, Cody Williams out, and Taylor Hendricks out for the season. And for the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green out, and only Jonathan Kuminga. All right, so for the most part here, Warriors are fine. They got Curry, they got Buddy Hield, they got Andrew Wiggins. They have good pieces here to go up against and battle with the Utah Jazz in this spot, and they are home in this game as well. These two teams are coming in here up and down, really. Utah Jazz struggling, 6-game losing streak. They lost to the Bucks today, and this is the second game of a back-to-back. And then you got the Golden State Warriors here struggling as well. Lost to Boston, lost to Sacramento, lost to the Lakers. Those are obviously upper-class competition there in 3 of those games, and they fell short in that one. And now they're going up against a poor Utah Jazz team that they took advantage of in October in that game, and that was a clear blowout in that one there. This particular spot, if we're looking at the line, they gave us Warriors on the road minus 6.5. They covered that number, and the total was at 234.5, and that went under, severely under. This spot here, they bumped the the total points, down a little bit, 6 more points at 228.5. I see the Warriors putting up a big number. I think the struggles of the Utah Jazz defense, especially on the road, is going to really, really hamper them. I love the Warriors in this spot. I like the Warriors to cover the 10.5, and I love the over on the total. If we're looking at the Warriors and the Jazz in their last 5 games, this total went over 228. Let's see. 3 out of the last 5 times. Technically, this number here, 228, was right on the dot. Obviously, it's just short by half a point. So 3 out of the last 5 games have went over the total of 228.5. And they've been putting big numbers up in Utah. 129 in Utah. Oh, this is home games, so excuse me. So they've been putting in big numbers against Utah. 129, 140, 118, 123, 127. We really kind of just need the Jazz to get to 100 points, and for the most part, they have been getting there in the last 5 matchups. So I really like the over on this total. So we're going to go Warriors to cover the 10.5 and the over on the 228.5. That's going to be our breakdown for the Tuesday slate. Let me know in that comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We can definitely debate about that down below. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon and get connected with this community, click on that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. Peace out.